putting some extra virgin olive oil here in this pan. Then I'm going to add half a chopped onion. I'm going to let the onion fry a little. Here it's already fried, so I'm going to add 4 zucchini cut into slices. Zucchini, besides being a great food for those who want to control diabetes because it has a low glycemic index, it also fights constipation, facilitates digestion, and also has an antioxidant and anti-inflammatory function. Now I'm also going to add 1.5 cups of green or fresh peas. Peas, in addition to being a great food for diabetics, because they contain a lot of dietary fiber, they also have a lot of potassium, which helps to maintain blood pressure control. Okay, after stirring the vegetables here, I'm going to cover the pan and let it simmer for a few minutes, just to reduce the volume of the vegetables. Here the zucchinis and the peas are already lightly sautéed, so now I'm going to add about 2.5 cups of grated white cabbage. I'm going to stir this here and the cabbage too. Cabbage juice is also indicated for diabetics because in addition to containing a very low glycemic index, it is an anti-inflammatory food, that is to say it reduces the inflammation of our body. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give it a thumbs up, it helps me bring you more content. Now I'm also going to add chopped chayote. Chayote is also indicated for diabetics because it has a very low glycemic index. After stirring the stew here, I will cover the pan and let it simmer for a few minutes, just until the volume decreases. Here my vegetables are already well sautéed. I will add 1.5 cups of water now. Just let these vegetables cook until they are very soft. Well guys, here I wanted to cook the vegetables. Look, they are already very soft, but the water dried up a lot, so to beat this is going to be very difficult. So I'm going to add another 1.5 cups of water. I'm also going to add 2 teaspoons of pink salt. I'm going to stir. I'm going to cover and I'm going to let it cook. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit, people. 1 minute, 2 minutes, and after a few minutes, look how it turned out. It's perfect. Our starter soup that will give rise to our broth. So now I'm going to get this soup, this stew, anyway, you can call it whatever you want, and we're going to put it in the blender. That's it. I've already put all the soup here, so now I'm going to blend it for about 30 seconds. After that I'm going to reserve this pureed soup and I go over to the fire and put some extra virgin olive oil in that pan. The oil has heated up. I add 2 cloves of garlic, crushed. Once the garlic has browned, I add 300 grams of lean meat. Here I put it, and now I'm going to cook and seal it. I add mixed seasoning to taste. Mixed seasoning is a mixture of cumin, laurel and black pepper powder. I'm also going to put 2 teaspoons of pink salt, then I'm going to add half a chopped onion. I'm going to stir. I'm going to put chopped tomato. Ready. I'm going to cover the pan now and I'm going to leave it braising for a few minutes. Here the meat is already well braised. Now I'm going to add the beetroot soup. Guys, this broth is delicious. It has very few calories. It's super suitable for diabetics and it's also super tasty. Here at home everyone eats it. Look, you can tell he's fine thick still. So I'm going to add another 1.5 cups of water. After the water, I add 3 more tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. This oil serves to further enhance the flavor of the vegetables, especially the zucchini. And to finish off this recipe, which is a recipe for green broth for diabetics, I'm going to put a little bit of spinach leaves here boiling for a few minutes, and after a few minutes boiling, look at how our broth turned out, guys. This here is delicious. It's very delicious and it's super good for your health. It's going to be super healthy. I'm going to put a little packet of diet gelatin in this bowl. Those that come with sweetener, and in some packages they come with 12 grams. Others come with 10, but it's a little packet. The flavor is according to your preference. Here I'm using grape gelatin. I'm going to put now 150 ml of hot water. Has to be very hot, okay? It cannot be lukewarm. If you want a more consistent hard candy, in this case you should put a lot less water. In this case you can put 100 ml, 80 ml, or even 50 ml there. It will be very hard, and after stirring a lot and dissolving all the gelatin, now I'm going to take a small pot and I'm going to put 12 grams of colorless and tasteless gelatin in this pot, and 5 tablespoons of water. It becomes very hard, and after 2 minutes, look how it turned out. It's very hard, so it's time to put it in the microwave for 12 seconds, or if you don't use a microwave you can melt this gelatin in a bain-marie, and after 2 seconds in the microwave, I stir and I see that it was very soft, and now I'm going to mix the colorless gelatin with the grape gelatin, then just stir it and put it in the molds. Here I am using ice cube trays. Well guys, here I already loved it. I put all the gelatin in the molds. People look beyond the grape flavor. I also made the lemon flavor, that's why it was enough. This amount is greater, but the amount that was enough for 2 packets was this one. There was only, I think, 3 ice molds left over there, right? Only 3 bullets were not ventilated. Now these bullets go into a freezer for 10 to 15 minutes. It depends on your freezer. And it can also go into a fridge, that's okay. It can stay at the bottom of the fridge, no problem, but of course that in this case it will take longer for it to become hard. And after some time in the fridge I will now remove the candies from the molds. I am using a teaspoon here. It is much easier for you to remove the candies. Here the candies are already there uninformed. Look how beautiful. I'm now going to zoom in so you can see how the candies turned out up close, and I'm going to show you how it turned out inside, and after you bite it's very consistent, very hard, and very tasty. If you liked this wonderful tip, subscribe now, and thank you for watching until the end.